How's it going, Kitty and or Monshare? Are you a Broadway fan? Well, if you're subscribed to me, I'm pretty sure you are. And if you are, then you probably already heard about this. But unfortunately, news was just released a few days ago that Broadway beauty Idina Menzel and her husband are going to get oh, I'm sorry, I just they're going to get divorced. And to be totally honest with you guys, I kind of have mixed feelings about this whole thing. I mean, yes, I am incredibly sad about it because divorce is a sad thing to try and go through, and I freaking love Idina Menzel. Who doesn't? Well, Broadway fans, anyway. And so, yeah, this is, of course, sad news, and I wish them all the best, but there's just this little itty bitty teeny tiny part of me that kind of, sort of, a little bit ships Idina with Kristen Chenoweth, and so it's like, I don't know. I don't know. This is like really messing with my head because it makes me sad to think that they're getting a divorce, but also I'm just kind of like, there's this little part of me that's kind of like, the idea that my fandom is like this much closer to actually happening is so like squee, but then I'm just kind of like, okay, Courtney, no. You cannot be happy about something like this. That is one, really rude to them, and two, it's a sad thing that you should not be happy about whatsoever, and three, the likelihood of Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth actually getting together is like slim to none, whether she's married or not. So you're just being ridiculous right now. But it's like, I don't know, it's messing with my head. So, and I know I promised you guys that my next video was going to be my Robin makeup tutorial, but this came up and I was like, I gotta like do something because this is pretty big for us Broadway fans. We're kind of like, what? I think the biggest thing is that it was so surprising. It was so much of a shock to hear something like this was happening, from a fan's point of view anyway. Because, we don't know Idina personally. We don't know, her personal life story or anything like that. So we don't know what's really going on behind the scenes. But from a fan's point of view, from what we see, I just sort of pictured them as being so like happy together like all the time and just being like the ultimate power couple, and so for them to announce that they're getting a divorce, I'm just like, wait, what? But like I said, I don't really know their personal life and what goes on. So I guess, my opinion of them is a little biased because I don't know everything about them, but from what I could see, it's just sort of like out of the blue. So, I don't know, it just surprised me. I was pretty depressed. I don't know this for certain, I don't know this for a fact, but from what I've seen of them, I kind of picture their divorce going a little something like this. I just picture them being very mature about it because they're both pretty mature people from what I've seen. And, them just kind of saying like, hey, I don't think this is working out anymore, I think we should end it, and they do. And then after the divorce, I kind of picture them being like, just mature about it and going on with their lives, and nothing too tragic. Tragedy, isn't striking, the earth isn't cracking open, okay? They're not all depressed about it. They're just being them, and they're just doing their everyday thing, and they go on with their lives, and they're happy, except there's this one little piece of them in the back of their mind that still kind of miss each other, because that's what happens when two people get divorced. No matter how, calm and cool and collective about it they are, there's still that little piece of them that does kind of miss the other person. And so I kind of imagine this being what it's going to be like for them. But as I've said about 3 or 4 times before, I don't know them personally and I don't know their personal stories, so this is just what I think is going to happen. It's my prediction. But you guys go ahead and leave some comments below telling me what you guys think of this sad news. How do you take it? What do you think of the whole situation? But this was just kind of me giving my 2 cents into the situation and telling you guys what I think of the whole thing. But as I said, you guys leave your comments telling me how you picture this whole thing going about. And I will see you guys in my next video. And this time, I promise my next one will be my Robin makeup tutorial. But ever since this popped up, I was like, because Kat mentioned it to me when we were Skyping a few days ago, and I was like, what? That can't be true. And I was like, no, I thought it was like freaking paparazzi gossip and stuff. And then just a few minutes ago, earlier today, I was watching the latest episode of the Broadway.com show on YouTube, and they announced it there, and I was like, oh, well, what? I just, mind blown. So, yeah, that's basically all I really wanted to talk about today, because I saw this on the Broadway.com show, and it kind of like choked me up a little bit, and I thought I would share what I think of the whole thing. So, as I said, leave some comments telling me what you think, your opinion of the whole thing. Um, and I guess I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out, queridas and monsieurs.